Hello, this is Peter Poppleton from the internet. I would just like to congratulate you really on reaching the 400th episode of the podcast. What the fucking hell is a podcast? If anybody tries to cast my pods like in Plaster of Paris or something like that, I will smack them right in the tit. It's what? It's like a radio. Right, I get it now. I see. It's like a radio show. 400 episodes on chuffing gaming. Chuffing hell. Look, I don't know how you've got there. Quite what you can say about chuffing Space Invaders, Pac-Man and Horace Goes Skiing, I will never know. But either way, it sounds like quite an achievement. So well done. And here's to the next 4. Let's not get, ahead of ourselves. I'm not going to say the next 400 because let's face it, gaming is, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, do I? I'm very old. Happy 400th episode.
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming, episode 413 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Now this is going to be a really quick one because I've actually forgotten the thing I was going to talk about. Anyway, as always, sponsored by Games Inspired Music. It's an album, it's available now, you can buy it, you can stream it, and 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. We also have our first 100 podcasts available to buy from audiobooksontape.com. So please go to there, search One Up Gaming, and you can buy our first 100 podcasts on a little audio cassette tape. There's a USB stick, it looks rather cool, looks nice. And £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK charity. I will just mention, we've got 3 books available. The unofficial Sega Saturn collection, the unofficial Nintendo 64 collection, and the unofficial PlayStation collection. All those are available on Amazon. Search for them and you'll find them. And yeah, it's amazing. Buy them, please.
Hi, my name's John here. I'm the designer of games like Sensible Soccer, Cannon Fodder, Whizball, Parallax, and Sociable Soccer. And I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig.
So I will just like to mention before we go any further that I did buy myself a Colmi R02 Smart Ring, which is that little thing there, and it's a bit chunkier, and it's a lot thicker than it looks because it's got like a transparent layer in between the gold. It does have all the circuitry and all the bits and bobs in there, which is pretty cool. I bought it because I've heard a lot of these smart tracker things now, and it does your blood oxygen, your heart rate, your sleep sort of cycles, your stress levels, does all your sports, your fitness, your steps, all that kind of good stuff. And I bought it for £3.47 from AliExpress. It's not perfect, it's a little bit chunky, you can feel it between your fingers, like, because it is a good chunks. But for £3.50, you can't bloody go wrong. The app's pretty nice. Yeah, it's a nice little thing to use. So, I tell you what, Colmi R02 Smart Ring, AliExpress, buy it. Took about 4 or 5 days to get here. It's amazing service. It is amazing. So I will have a disappear and I'll come back for the second thing that I was going to talk about. So back in a couple of seconds. I'm an idiot.
A few moments later.
And I'm back. Still me, still David, still One Up Gaming, all that lark. And oh, that's annoying. I forgot to charge it. But that's what I've been using. That's what I've been playing. My little Anbernic RG ARC S. No, is it an S or is it a D? I can't remember now. It's the one with Android built into it. I don't use the Android. I've got a new front end on there, and I play all my games on there. So on that, I have been mostly playing International Superstar Soccer Pro Evolution 2 on the PlayStation 1. I've been playing Ridge Racer 64 because I'd never played the 64 version before. I've also been playing Cannon Fodder on the Mega Drive. I've been playing Megalomania on the Mega Drive. What else have I been playing? SimCity on the SNES. Rock'n'Roll Racing on the Super Nintendo. I think that sounds about it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Apologies for anything that I've forgotten to play because I'm an idiot. Anyway, so we'll get into the games played this week. Now, only a few games this week, so not that many to look over. So first of all, we have Neural Dominion. And this one is like a turn-based sort of strategy sort of game, similar in the vein of the new versions of XCOM. You know, the ones that came out on the Xbox. So you sort of like, you have so many spaces to move, then you can attack enemies or shoot or defend. Then you sort of, like, once you've used up all the allocated points, then you have to end turn and it goes to the next person. And a quick go on it, not much of a go. I've just quickly played, loaded it up and had a quick go, and it played nice, it looked nice. There's a bit of an artifacting, kind of like a blurred image when the camera was rotating round. It kind of like stuttered a wee bit, and I don't know if that's just my PC because I've only got like a tiny little, there's like little mini PCs. It's like a Ryzen 5 750H. Yeah, it's only like a mini PC thing. So I apologise if the game doesn't look as good as it should do, but my PC is crap. I'm mainly an Xbox player, but yeah, the PC's there just for like more like indie sort of games. But yeah, Neural Dominion. I would say it's a nice little game. I'd recommend it. Art style's gorgeous, proper neo future, all the neon and the dark and the black, and looks really good. So yeah, I'd recommend that. Next up, we played Honeyland. What the hell do I play sometimes? This one is a puzzle game where you've got your, on the bottom of the screen, it's got like your, like, walk forward 3 paces, rotate left, then go 4 paces, walk backwards 3 paces, all that type of good stuff. And you've got a puzzle where you have to get from your start point to the I was going to say a flag, but it's a honey pot, because you're a little bear and you have to get to your honey pot to eat your honey. And with these icons, you have to work out which icons to use to get to the honey pot. And it's one of those games that's actually quite nice to play, but if it's over a $5, I think they're ripping you off, because it looks just like a mobile game, really basic 3D graphics. it's the exact same sort of like looking of a mobile game where it's got like 1, 2, 3, like level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks very simple, very basic, and yeah, I mean, there's not that much else to say. The graphics aren't great, but it does the job. But, and this is the but, it is fun to play, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I actually really like it. So yeah, Honeyland, I recommend. It's a nice little indie sort of puzzle sort of game. And the last game that we played fully this week is called Cultist Simulator. Now, I had no idea what this was when I got it sent to review. So I eagerly downloaded it. And yeah, I just started playing it. And if people know me, which a lot of people might not know me, hi, David here. I don't really like card games. I'm not a big, massive fan of poker. Never played it at school. Never played it with friends. So that type of stuff I've never got into. Pokemon cards and the Magic the Gathering, that's the word I was looking for. I've never got into that, never played that either. So this is I can't even describe what the hell it is. It's just a card game, and there's cards on the deck, and you can combine stuff that are combinable. It's really weird. I couldn't really grasp the actual gameplay elements itself. I was just whacking buttons and hoping for the best, and I lost. So hopefully the gameplay, sort of like the trailer, is doing a better job than me. But graphically it didn't have any real graphics, and the cards were quite small on the screen. So yeah, it just wasn't the best. But yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So that is the games played this week. I will like to say that EA Sports, they finally updated the FC25 beta, and I downloaded it, updated it, started playing it, and it's not bad. But when did the player movement physics get much more like all these free-to-play sort of games? It felt really off-putting when I was playing it, and I can't remember it being that way before. But it might be me, because I've not played a FIFA game in a while, or an EA Sports FC 25, 20 game sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know, I was just not massively impressed in how it played. I enjoyed the little 5-a-side mode. But like always, you're paying for the name, you're paying for the licenses, you're paying for the teams, all that type of stuff. And it does look nice, I will say that. So yeah, EA Sports FC25 beta. If you get the invitation, give it a go, see what you think. And that is the games we've been playing this week. So we'll have a quick break, and we'll be back with the 10 minutes of nothing. So back in a few seconds.
Hi, I'm Lucy James, and I listen to the One Up Gaming podcast.
Up next on the One Up Gaming podcast is 10 minutes of nothing. Will it be the team talking about nothing or a guest interview? Stick around and find out now. It's 10 minutes of nothing. Yeah, 10 minutes of nothing.
Alrighty then. Episode 413 of the One Up Gaming podcast. As always, sponsored by Games Inspired Music. Buy it, rent it, it's an album, available now. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. And we also have our first 100 podcasts available at audiobooksontape.com. Search One Up Gaming, and £1 of each sale will go to the Diabetes UK charity. David here, One Up Gaming. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to us. It really does. It really does. Times have been really hard. For some reason, we did start to get a load of new viewers and new views on the channel, And then the last sort of couple of weeks, it is completely dried up massively. And I don't know, I've not done anything different. I guess YouTube's just doing its algorithm changes and updates, and yeah, it's been tough. So please like us, subscribe us, bell the icons, all that good stuff. Leave comments, let us chat, talk about the Anbernic sort of handheld stuff. I love retro gaming. I love these little sort of like games players that you sort of like play these like retro games on. I love all that good stuff. But yeah, so 10 minutes of nothing today. I think we will talk about the Gamescom, the opening night live 24. So everything that was announced at the Gamescom opening night live. So if you don't know, 10 minutes of nothing is just a feature where we have 10 minutes to try and cram as much information as we can into. And if we can't get through it, the timer will sound and we will finish the segment wherever we may be. So yeah, David A, One Up Gaming, episode 413, I think it was. Yeah, 413. So I will start the timer now. So, first thing announced, Borderlands 4, which that had already been technically announced. Randy Pitchford? He'd already announced Borderlands 4, really. But yeah, I don't know, they only had a teaser trailer, nothing gameplay wise. Next up we had Call of Duty Black Ops 6, more of the game being shown. And although it looks okay, I'm just not a massive fan of the Call of Duty sort of stuff. But yeah, so I guess we'll move on. Next up was a game that was, when it was like in the trailer, I was thinking it's got to be a stupid, wacky sort of thing, because the way the trailer was, it kept cutting out and cutting bits in and adding little comedy bits in. And it was Goat Simulator Remastered. I don't know why they'd need to do a remaster of Goat Simulator. I just don't get it. I really don't. It was a fun little game for the time, but I just don't think it holds up that much now. Just me. Persona 3 Reloaded DLC. I've never been a big fan of Persona, so I don't know anything about the stuff. So I will say Dying Light the Beast. It looks really fun. Hopefully it's just because it says something about a brand new game set in the Dying Light universe, spooky first person parkour with zombies, nasty beasts, and blah 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 blah. 20 hours of stuff to do and features the Dying Light universe. Hopefully it's just like a standalone DLC, so you can just buy the DLC on its own, or buy this game on its own and don't need the Dying Light 2. Black Myth Wukong. I'm rather sick of all these Me Too sort of games, and it looked okay. I'm just not a massive fan of the Souls-like sort of games. Went through a load of weird anime shenanigans, and it was Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which I have no idea what any of these sort of words mean. I really don't. I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan. Kind of missed me out. I watched manga when I was a kid, and Galgo 13, was it Galgo 13? There was 2 or 3 of them that I watched that were really good. Akira, that's a big one, I guess. There was like a vampire one, I think. There was like robots in the future. Anyway, yeah, Dragon Ball. I think it looked like a fighting game. I don't know. King of Meat. That actually looked quite fun. It looked like the Fall Guys, just a little bit more like adult sort of stupidness. Linked Banner of the Spark. I think that was like a over the top, like top down sort of view, isometric sort of view. Yeah, it wasn't my sort of thing. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. I am not a big fan of the developer and some of their other games, but like Life is Strange, I've never got into that. But this game, for some reason, I will give it a chance because I love the music and I like how it looks so far. More zombie type of stuff with No More Room in Hell 2. Never even knew there was a first one, to be honest, but it looked quite cool. And it should be coming sometime around Halloween this year. Ark Raiders was announced, which I have no idea. It's from the guys from the finals. Shooter this long time coming. Yeah, I have no idea. Infinity Nikki. This, I hated the trailer because all the little animals were like, Nikki, Nikki, Nikki. And it was so annoying. I just skipped it. So I don't even know if it's a role-playing game. I don't know if it's an open world game. I don't know. It just annoyed me to shit. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I loved the first one. So this one, I'll give it a go. See what it's like. Looked nice. Predecessor. It's a MOBA shooter game, so I'll skip that because it's not my sort of thing. Path of Exile 2, I think I skipped that trailer as well. Dune Awakening. Now that looked quite fun. I thought it looked a bit ropey, but it looked quite fun. And then when they said it was like a proper open like MMO sort of game, I was like, oh, that's probably why it looks a little bit ropey and lack of detail, because it's like a full open world sort of thing. Reanimal. Brand new game from the creators of Little Nightmares. Yeah, it looked really cool. I really liked it. Genshin Impact, I've no time for it. It's already been out for like years. Why bother putting it on here? Monster Hunter Wild looks really nice, but again, it's another one of those games that I'm just not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of them. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. To me, it looked very much like the Real Bout. No. Oh God, what the hell was the 15 one? The one that came out last year. Final Fight. Fatal Fury. The one with all the people. I can't remember now. Anyway, this one looked nice. One game that looked amazing to me, Mecha Break. I really thought that looked nice. Transforming robots, shooty, amazing. Monument Valley 3. Now I liked the first one, didn't know there was a second, so I'd like to see how that goes. Civilization 7. Never got into any of these Civilization games. Starfield Shattered Space. I don't care. Marvel Rivals. I don't care. Secret Level. World Premiere. It's the TV series, so that's quite cool. I'd like to watch that sometime. Age of Mythology Retold. I guess that's like a redo. Towerborn. I think I skipped that. Delta Force. I loved the original Delta Force series back in the 90s, so I'd like to see how this goes. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't know. Zenless Zone Zero. I've heard of it, but I skipped it. Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, whatever. A Batman in VR. The Batman Arkham Shadow. Little Nightmares 3, made by a new team because they're doing the other game. Hurdling, which is like a third-person action platformer with herding of big goaty things. Masters of Albion, Peter Molyneux's new game, looked quite nice. Squid Game Unleashed, could be quite fun. I'm not sure about the art style though. Unknown Awakening, I can't remember. Breakout, oh god no, I hate Arena Breakout. Diablo 4, hate Diablo. The First Berserker, I have no idea what that was. Ara, History Untold, yeah, it's more roleplay strategy sort of games. Dark and Darker, mobile, oh, no idea. Fliptoria, I think I missed that one as well. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, looks okay. coming out 9th of December 2024. And then they announced it's also got a spring 2025 for PS5 players. And I think they ended the show with Mafia: The Old Country, which again, it didn't really show that much of it. But I liked Mafia, so I'd give it a go. I'd like to see how it goes. To circle back on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, see what I did there. I will say that it makes sense to be multi-platform, because like the teams when they were making it probably started off as a multi-platform team, because this was announced before the Microsoft bought Bethesda. And it's weird when you're saying that the Xbox has sold over 30 million units and everyone's saying it's been a disaster. And I just guess that they've spent that much money, they need it out on everything they can to try and claw back as much money as they can. So that was the show, and I will say I was massively disappointed in this whole show. I just felt as though the trailers and the announcements just weren't sort of like on par with a lot of the other stuff, and it just felt scattergun, as if anything they could get they could put up. Oh, and there we are, there's a 10 minutes of nothing, the 10-minute timer. So I will say thank you so much for watching. It's been me, David, One Up Gaming, and episode 413. So thank you all. We'll have a quick break and we'll be back after this quick message.
Hi guys, this is Dean Swain from the Retro Asylum podcast. Congratulations to the One Up Gaming gang. 400 episodes, great number to reach. It's a lot of editing, trust me, I know. I've been podcasting for years, so well done, great number to reach, and here's to the next 400 episodes. Well done guys.
So it's been me, David, One Up Gaming, with episode 413. Thank you so much for watching this week. Please go to our website, oneupgaming.co.uk. Please visit our Etsy store. Just click on the links below, or just go into Etsy and look for One Up Gaming. You'll find our logo there somewhere. We've got nice t-shirts and hats like this. Well, beanies, I guess. As I say, please subscribe, like, share the YouTube channel, the podcast, all that good stuff. We've been having major issues with iTunes. I have to email them every week for them to update the feed, because it's not automatically updating, and I'm getting really pissed off with them. Really am. It's happening over and over again. So our downloads have gone from over, I think every week we used to get between 500 and 2,000 downloads. And last week, when I looked on it, it was like 1. And it was just like, is it even worth doing it? Because by now, if I manage to get it up and running properly, it's like all the subscribers that have gone. It's just pointless. And it's things like this that just makes you think, I've put a lot of effort and time into this, and other companies are just fucking it all up. And it annoys you, it really does. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Games Inspired Music album out now, buy it. All the other stuff I've talked about, yeah, I'm sure you all know. So thank you all so much, it means the world to us, and we'll be back next week with episode 414. God, that took so much to think about. Anyway, thank you so much, David here. Goodbye.